Hey everyone, how's everyone doing? I'm gonna give it a few seconds for whoever's around to join. Hope everyone's having a great start to the week. Um, yeah, let's see. See, it turns up in the next few seconds and we'll kick it off. Not gonna make this one too long, but I think this will be quite a valuable live stream actually. So I see a few people are joining, so I'll just kick it off today, right now. So guys, the reason I wanted to make this video today was because I was actually having a pretty terrible day today. Like my start of my day was really poor, felt quite tired from the onset, and it just got me to the point where I needed to think, okay, why am I so unresourceful right now? Why is my state so shit, basically? And the more I thought about it, the more it was like, am I asking myself the right questions? And I think it comes back to the basics, you know? I think we tend, in those moments where things are just, where we're not having a great day, things are not working for you, I feel we tend to just like zone out and just like completely just be in a resourceless state, like just nothing's working for you. And what I realized is when I ask myself these specific questions, and I've actually written them down, I feel like the dynamic changes completely, because all of a sudden I go from being in a state where I don't really feel productive, and actually it required me just stepping out, taking a step away from everything and asking myself these specific questions, and they worked miracles. And so these are the types of questions I tend to ask myself when I'm feeling this way, when I'm not feeling as energetic, when I'm not feeling as great, but I do want to get back there, right? So it's fine not to wake up every day and feel like, you know, it's the most amazing day, but then the question becomes what could I ask? What questions could I ask? What could I do to get myself back to where I want to be, to take on my day, to make the most of it? You know, life is short, so you definitely want to make the most of it. And so the question becomes, what do I need to ask myself in order to be more resourceful, right? That's key. That's really important. You want to know what go-to questions to go to. And so questions I've come up with are basically the following. Why do I feel the way I do? So I think that's just an essential, it's basic, it's simple. It sounds really, really simple, but in those days where you're not feeling perfect, it's great to look at it and just say, why do I feel the way I do? You know, what are the reasons I feel the way I did? You know, and it can be as simple as, you know, did I go to bed late last night or something? So am I just not, you know, do I not have as much energy? Was it a big weekend? So are you tired about that? Have you been traveling lately? Have you been working a lot? You know, whatever it is, but you just want to figure out kind of why is it that you do feel that way? If you're not feeling great, you know, that's fine, but let's just try to target it. So why is it you feel that specific way? Then I move to, how could I change the way I feel right now? So again, it's not about freaking out, oh, okay, this is a shit day, it's just gonna be shit all day. It's about saying, okay, so I'm not feeling as great as I generally do, but you know, if there was something that I could do, what would it be? So how could I change the way I feel right now, right? And I find that incredibly powerful, because all of a sudden it goes from a dynamic of, you know, it's not at all in your control and you're just having a bad day, to the fact that, you know, all of a sudden, how could I change the way I feel right now? Answer that question. You know, right now, if you're not feeling that great, answer that question. How could I change the way I feel right now so I could be at a better level? And guys, if you're joining the call and any of this is resonating, or you have thoughts about it, if you think it's useful for you or not, feel free to comment, right? And share maybe some of the questions you ask yourself, because always really interesting. And then this final one I also find really, really valuable. What would I need to feel or think right now in order to be in a more resourceful state? So, you know, it's just about saying, you know, right now I'm not necessarily feeling or thinking thoughts that are resourceful to me right now. It's not resourceful to my situation. It's not resourceful towards what I'm trying to accomplish in this day and make the most of it and be there for the people that are surrounding you too, because generally if you're not having a great day, it's, you know. So again, by asking yourself that question, what would I need to feel or think right now in order to be in a more resourceful state, all of a sudden the dynamic changes a lot, because you're thinking of ways to get yourself back to a resourceful state. What would I need to believe? You know, what can I be grateful for in this instance? Like what if I could come up with cool things that are happening right now, or ways to be more resourceful, what would those things be? And all of a sudden the dynamic changes, because again, it gives you more control, more power. And we all know the more control you feel you have, you know, especially on days like that, the better you'll feel. So guys, if you're watching this later and you have a few ideas about it too, feel free to drop them down. If there's any questions that you personally have yourself, you know, feel free to jot those down too. Would be great to read them. As always, I will comment on all those questions. Yeah, I just hope today was a useful one, because I know, especially on those days where you're just not really feeling it, sometimes it just really helps to have, you know, they always say powerful questions result in powerful answers. So if you ask yourself powerful questions, you will come up with powerful answers to those questions. And so it's about enabling yourself, and not putting too much pressure on yourself, but just trying to figure out, you know, why am I feeling this way? And basically, what would I need to feel or think to get myself back into a resourceful state? And when you do that, all of a sudden your day will change, because you'll find ways to make it happen. So yeah, guys, if you're watching this later, feel free to comment. Let me know what you think, if this resonates or if it doesn't. And feel free to let me know some of the questions you might ask yourself on a day like this. So yeah, I'll be on later this week. Hope everyone's having an amazing week. And yeah, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.